Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Transformers Classic Deluxe Class Generation 1 Starscream. There's no packaging left for this guy either, so let's get straight to looking at the vehicle mode. So, Starscream is a pretty good representation of an F-15 fighter jet. He's primarily painted in a white-grey, which is complemented with red highlights along the wings and tail fins. We've also got a blue stripe running from the rear end of the cockpit all the way to the thrusters at the end of the jet. Conventionally, G1 Starscream doesn't have paint detailing like this, and it wouldn't surprise me if the Takara Tomy version of this guy has a cartoon accurate paint scheme. This is the Hasbro version, and alas, this is what we have over here. But I actually kind of prefer this. The G1 variant, from what I can remember, the usual version of him at least, doesn't have all of this. He has like stripes of red or blue along the edges of the wings, and none of this in your face redness that covers almost half of the wing area. And I like it, I like this better actually. We also have yellow translucent plastic for the cockpit with actual seating detailed inside, which you can just make out. This is the best angle I can show you it, but there is a chair right there. You can't open the cockpit though. It's only a deluxe class, and that'd be expecting too much of it, I think. But it would be a nice little feature if it were possible. Robot kibble is hidden decently on the underside, but it is quite apparent what things are and where they're meant to be. So you can see like the arms are there, they're clearly the legs, that's clearly a chest, and that's clearly a head. To be fair, you only know those things are what they are if you know the character model inside and out. Like if you watch G1 or you're very familiar with this version of Starscream, then you basically know where things go. Starscream does have flip out landing gear right there and right there. Doesn't roll, unfortunately, it's just solid plastic, but it exists, and it complements with these kind of sculpted tyres here in the heels of the foot. Again, they don't roll, but he can just sit there, nice and cosily. And if we do a size comparison, here he is next to the Deluxe Class animated Sentinel Prime. Starscream is naturally longer, just because he's a jet, and Sentinel is a snow vehicling truck, whatever you call this. Discount Land Rover. Here he is next to Armada Blur, throwing back to our previous review. And to compare him to a Voyager class figure, here he is next to Movie 1 Allspark Power's Rescue Ratchet. Now that's a mouthful of a name. Funnily enough, despite Starscream being a deluxe class and Ratchet being a Voyager class, they are pretty much the same length as one another. With all that out of the way, I guess the only thing left to do is to transform him. Let's just first take off the cannons. Flip up the rings. Extend the legs, that's tight. Flip these up either side. Split the legs. Fold the feet down. Open up the chest. Fold out the arms. Let's just push that landing gear back in. Bend down the nose, rotate it round, and then fold it down on a double hinge into the chest until it clicks into place. Go ahead and fold up the chest. Bend the nose cone back. Fold out his hands. Plug in the cannons. In robot mode, Starscream displays a vibrant mix of colours. We've still got that light grey, but now it's mixed with a light red upon a very nicely detailed torso. You can see it's got loads of grooves all over. The landing gear is sculpted almost like vents. You've got this really lovely gold within the shoulder pads, or whatever they're meant to be, which helps complement the piece. More blue emerges to cover the forearms and hands, as well as the feet. And you've got this nice gold reappearing again where the knee pads are supposed to be. Right, now this camera is going to struggle to show you the face in great detail, but but it's painted in just this really dull white plastic. Again, like the rest of the body. In fact, I'll go so far as to say that the face itself isn't painted. Yes, he has a black head and red eyes, but the face itself really isn't. And because it's not painted, it's not cartoon accurate either. In the cartoon, G1 Starscream has this really, really dark grey, almost black face to him. Clearly not here. That said, his head does display intricate detailing. Unfortunately, I can't really show you with this camera because it can't focus at such a close range, but trust me on this, it does. It's hard to see, but there are many little grooves dotted all over. If we take a look at his null rays real quick, they have a firing gimmick. Simply just push down on this top fin bit here, and they should shoot. And again, they're really powerful like blurs. And they're not painted orange like blurs, because that's just silly. And they can be plugged in via this peg in either the shoulders, or, if you like, you can hold them like rifles. Either works. And when you don't have a little mini G1 Megatron, it's a decent alternative. In terms of articulation, Starscream's head can move right that far and left that far. It's obviously hindered because of these things. And if they weren't there, he could achieve a full 360 degrees. His arms can move out that far, but if you remove the cannons, null rays, let's be accurate here, they can actually move that far. They can go and rotate technically a free full 60 degrees, but of course you've got the rings there which are preventing that from happening. Wrists can go in like that, but again that's for transformation purposes really. It can bend 90 degrees at the elbow. I'm showing you it without the null ray attached. You'll see why at the end of the video, trust me. No articulation at the waist. He can do the splits if you move the arms out of the way. Very impressive. 360 at the knee. He can bend at the knee. And his toes can move up and down. That's due to transformation. Now if we do a size comparison, here Starscream is next to Animated Sentinel Prime, Armada Blur, and Rescue Ratchet. All in all, Starscream's quite a great figure that still holds up today. His articulation is hindered a bit by his wing kibble, but nothing is obstructed too grievously. One thing that I will hold against my copy of the figure is that his wrist and foot pins are notoriously tight, and on more than one occasion I've had to use a screwdriver in order to get them out and into position for the appropriate mode. I can't speak for all versions of this mould, as I also have the Generations Acid Storm repaint, and he doesn't have any of the same issues as this guy had. On this occasion, typically, Starscream had no problems whatsoever, and I got all the joints into the correct positions on camera perfectly. No problems whatsoever. So thank you, Starscream. Here's a sarcastic thank you to you, because you'll see at the end of the video what other problems I had with him during this. But yeah, Starscream, a very good figure. By definition, a classic. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you like what you've seen, please consider giving this video a like and subscribe. And ring that bell so you know when I do next upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. He has a really stiff elbow joint, which you can get 90 degrees at, and I've now lost the null ray. Ah! Where's it gone? Whoops. Where has it gone? Oh, well, no. Okay, I found half of it. Oh, and the other half's here. Suddenly, I'm having trouble standing again. Ah! Why are you not standing? There you go. You happy? Hope so. Gah! And Oh goodness me, what is going on? This is going well. Okay. Why? What's wrong? This will make a good blooper reel for the end of the video, won't it?